Alright, so our next step that we're going to be doing is going to be working on your string part of your project. So I have removed my paper after I have all of these that have all of the holes poked in them, and this is going to be the back size with the raised portion. Next, what I'm going to do is go ahead and start on my string. So I'm going to need a needle and I need some contrasting thread. I'm also going to need a nice fresh cut end on my string so that I'm going to be able to thread it through very easily.
Can I have a janitor call the office, please? I need a janitor to call the office.
So what I'm going to do here is take the end of it and I'm going to thread this string through the eye of the needle. When I take this through, make sure that you are pinching the end of the needle, or I'm sorry, pinching the end of the string and taking that right through. So next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my string and I like to make sure that the doubled over portion is nice and long. You are not able to make a knot in this to keep it from slipping through. You can't make a knot because it's going to it's going to make these holes on here much larger. It's going to rip those open, so please don't do that. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to take a look at your sketch here, and I'm going to start, I can see that it starts down here in the corner and it's going to go right here. So I go from my 1, 1. So I'm going to come up right through here, 1, and I'm going to go through here. So I'm going to start out with turning it over on the back, coming up through that section right there. And when it gets to the end, do make sure and pull this all the way to the end here. When it goes through, there's the tail. You need to be ready with your tape so that you tape that tail down so that it's not going to come out off of your project. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and go from 1 to 1. And when I do this, sometimes when my string is long, it kind of gets a little tangled. Make sure and pull it all the way through. Now you're going to flip this over and you need to go to the closest one that it needs to go to, which is this right here. So part of your project, it is important to make sure that you don't have your project looking like your project on the front and doing the same project on the back. That is wasteful with your string and just really not needed. So a correct project on the back is going to look like this. You can see where the string just went one down, just went one over, and then it was taken over on the front and it made your design. So once again, if you have a design that you can see the design on the back, you are using too much string, it's also going to kind of get to be a mess. This is another one that is done correctly. So with this one, you can see the design. Sometimes you're even going to need to double up and using the same hole, and then you tape down the tail. So these exchanges on the back, whenever they have the tape, is for whenever somebody needs to change colors or just runs out of a color. All right.